Hey guys, TeamCardboardGaming here, coming at you with a top 8 deck profile, Invoked Kaiju Zoo. So let's get into it. The way this format's working is that there's a bunch of good archetype sort of engines, sort of like the hat format. Back in hat we had hands, artifacts, and trap tricks. Now it's sort of just, going first, Zoo's a really good engine. Sets up, gives you a bunch of advantage which you play on next turn. The problem with the Zoos is that they lose to board wipes. Dark Hole, Raigeki, Kaiju Slumber. To counter this, the Invoked archetype has built-in negation in the form of Macabre, the Light Fusion, as well as disruptive plays with the Wind one. And then, of course, going second, Kaiju's are good that way, helps with problem monsters and clear boards. So let's start the deck profile. Starting off with, we got 3 Photon Thrasher. This is just there for starting off the Zoo combo using if you draw into Photon Thrasher and Alistair. We'll go over the combos a bit later, but so 3 Photon Thrasher, 3 Alistair. He's the main part of the Invoked engine. Then we have 3 of the Field Spell, which is really just a tinky for Alistair, and then 3 Terraforming to get the Field Spell to get Alistair. When Alistair's summoned, he searches the Fusion Spell. This card's pretty powerful, so you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand. If you're summoning an invoked fusion monster though, you can use monsters from your field or either player's graveyard as well. So this helps you get rid of problem monsters your opponent might have. And then after you're fused, you can return the spell back to the deck to put Alistair back in your hand. In your hand, Alistair is, a Boujan Crane, I suppose, for fusion monsters. So next is the Zoodiac engine. We're playing a rather small one. There's 3 Rat, 1 Whiptail, 3 Barrage. Barrage is there to help get Rat. Rat is there because he's the main part of the combo. And a Whiptail is there for that extra banishing utility. Most people know what the Rat combo does. In this deck especially, using either Rat or the Photon Thrasher Alistair combo, we get into the Gusty Emerald, which then also sets up as a wind for the Rasian combo. When we do get made to go second, we then main the Kaijus. We have Jizzy, Thunder King, the Big Moth Thing, and Giant Spider. The choice for these is solely based on attribute. Light's the best one for the Invoked Fusion, as well as being Giant Beatstick as well. Wind for Rasian, and then Earth, just for the synergy, since we're already playing the Earth Fusion, since we play Zoos and stuff. Then we play 3 Kaiju Slumber. Again, Zoodiac's the best deck at the moment. It loses to board wipes. Why not play saying that destroys their field and gives you more plus? We then chucked in some hand traps. Ghost Ogres are good against Zoo, and to a degree DDDs. Not much people play that much anymore, but there's a few players, so it comes up a little bit. And then Maxi is arguably one of the best cards in the format. It's been this way for a year or 2 now. When you drop it, either your opponent gives you a bunch of advantage, or they're forced to stop their plays, which either way it's a good thing for you. We then chucked in the little Lunalight Black Sheep combo. So with the Zoo combo, you end up getting to Broad Ball, searching out the Black Sheep, which you then use to search fusion sub. Basically, this lets you fuse 2 of your Xyzs into Northern. You start the wreck combo again, and then you get a free draw off fusion as well. So deck filling plus the draw help to build quite a bit of advantage. Next we got 2 Cosmic Cyclones. These are they would have been Twin Twisters, but with the rise in artifacts, and there's certain spells we don't want to see in the grave, like our opponent's invocations and stuff like that. So this really helps deal with those sort of things. And then anything that sort of pluses when it's destroyed, such as Cosmo Town. I mean, Cosmo Town's not really big at the moment, but stuff like that sort of comes up sometimes. We then got this 5 traps, D-Barrier, Vanities, and Free Solemn Strike. The reason for this is because I couldn't get my hands on 2 more dimensional barriers. If I could, I would have dropped the strikes completely and just played a 40 card deck. Strike counts are good when you're going first. When you're going second, it's more just a dead card. Like, it's still a good card, but it's not a kind of card you want to see when you're going second. Sort of the same as with the Kaijus when you're going first, you don't really want to see them. But since we are playing Invoked as well, it's sort of okay because they help with the fusions. Next to the extra deck, so for our Invoked we're playing 1 Elysium, 2 Macabres, 1 of this big Earth Bastard, and 1 Rasian. So Macabre is the best one, negates everything as long as you discard the appropriate card. Rasian's the next best. Book of Moon on either player's turn is pretty good, helps disrupt plays. We play the Earth guy, mostly just because we're playing a bunch of Earths with the Zoodiacs. It's also good in the mirror, not I like the Zoodiac mirror. Banishing 1 of their rats with the fusion spell is quite good. And then Elysium's there for that, I guess, that extra push. He never came up, so probably going to cut him. We then have the Zoodiac engine, 1 Borbo, 1 Tiger, 2 Bullhorns. We play 2 because we need 2 for the Alistair Photon Fracture combo, and then 1 Trident. I definitely want to pump up Trident to a second one. Came up a few times where I need a second one. Just didn't have it at the time. Then we have Gaga Samurai. This helps make Slumber and Rat a 2-card OTK. Digasto Emerald, that helps, it's pretty important in the Zoodiac combos. Abyss Dweller was there more as when we do this Northern combo. Since I didn't have a second Emerald, I didn't have anything really to make after I'd done that combo, and so Abyss Dweller was sort of a defensive play. I only count once against DVDs, probably cut that as well. And then F-Zero. The idea for this was that I could make F-Zero and then slumber myself so that I could stop him dying, and I'd have him in case they tried anything next turn. But it never came up, so probably cut him as well. For the other cards I didn't put in, definitely want to put that second Trident and those other 2 dimensional barriers. As for the extra deck, as for the fusion, sorry. The 3 Adelion fusions I don't play, sorry, Invoked fusions. These 3. The Dark guy, he doesn't really come up much, just because to get him you sort of have to fuse 2 Alistairs. The only time where I could think of that he would be good in the games I played today would have been against DVDs, since they use quite a few monster effects for their combos. The problem with him is that he's super weak, and I mean he restricts you as well as your opponent. Other than that, I might give him a shot again, see how it goes. Coisitus, the water guy, so he's still got the Major Spectre protection stuff, which makes him survive Slumber. and he also attacks one defense mode. The main utility for him is banishing your opponent's Ronin totems or some other water thing they might have in the grave that you don't want there to be. And then Purgatorio, he came up once in my testing, and that was against metal foes, where I managed to flip a Banleys on them after they summoned the rat, and then I fused with the metal foe from grave to make this guy to pierce into the game. Besides that, his only real utility is banishing Infernoids out of the grave, which, I mean, there's just other things that would be better, I suppose. Yeah, I might try these guys out again, do some more testing. Yeah, so that's it for the deck profile. I'll jump over to some combos and show you guys some of the plays that this deck can actually do. Okay guys, so we're going to show you the Photon Fracture Alistair combo. So if you draw Photon Fracture with either Alistair, Field Spell, or Terraforming, this works. So technically we're playing 9 Alistairs with these. Okay, so you start normally, you summon Photon Fracture Alistair. Alistair then adds the Fusion spell. You overlay for Bullhorn. So Bullhorn searches a Beast Warrior from deck. So we grab a rat. Yeah, trouble put. Doesn't really matter which one you drop. So all the Zoodiacs Xyz can be Xyz summoned on top of another Zoodiac monster. But you can only do this once per turn. So you can do that as well as summoning Bullhorn by a normal Xyz summon. So yeah, then we go Brooktail, then fuse with Carbo. So we fuse the Alistair and Photon from the grave. We then use Viper to try and attach to Bullhorn, but then we negate this using Mikado. So from Mikado we have to discard a monster to negate the effect, which then puts our rat in the grave. We then drop a Tiger Mortar. Using its effect, we get the rat back. And then we do the rat combo. So this ends the same way the normal rat combo ends, except instead of having just the Dryden and the Emerald, we'll have Macabre as well. The only downside to this display is that we do lose out on the Whiptail. For the most part, that's alright. We get the extra negate instead. And we would draw the rest. Anyway. So we end with 2 cards like we started with. One's our Alistair, which can give 1,000 boost to our Macabre, and the other's a randomly drawn card. And then we also have the Dryden Emerald and of course Macabre on the field. And so in terms of advantage, you've gone straight 0. In terms of hand, you're solid 5, so we'd have our 3 other cards. But in terms of field presence, we'd have gone plus 3. Pretty much for nothing. Okay, so here we're going to show you the rat combo using the Lunar Light. So it's all pretty normal, except at the end, in the middle of it, instead of searching Brooktail, we're just going to search Lunar Light Black Sheep. This gives us a bit more plus, but we don't get the Whiptail like we normally would. I am doing this. I'm starting with Barrage just to show you some more deck fin, like how much plus you can get. You do plus a bit more of a second emerald as well, which I don't have. But also, since I'm not, since I've put on not to shuffle the deck, it's going to make me draw a rat, which isn't ideal, obviously. So at this point, I could detach summon a rat. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to summon Tiger instead. So if I had summoned a rat then, and then summon water and gone to reattach the rat, if they effect failed that, or any other form of negation that, then the play would stop. If they effectivate me now, I've still got a rat underneath, and so I can just overlay something else and carry on the rat combo. So this is how you play around effect failure. I mean, no one really plays effect failure, but just in case. So at this point, instead of getting Whiptail, we go for Lunalight. Lunalight then gets our Fusion Substitution. Make Emerald. So it's going to give me a rat, because it's not actually shuffling deck. It does the animation, but it's not actually shuffling. So at this point we fuse into Northern. Northern grabs back our rat. So while the Zoodiacs can be summoned by their own effects thing once per turn, you can still normally exceed them as many times as you want. At this point, my idea for playing Abyss Dweller was that it's more of a defensive play. Second Emerald will be much better, getting an extra draw. And of course, the draw from Fusion Substitution. So at this point, if I had a second Emerald, I'd have 3 extra cards. Obviously I drew one of the rats, which makes it look bad, but so from the 1 card, I would have gone to 3 extra, we've gone to 3, plus of course the other 4 for how much you should have in your hand to start with. So you end with a similar board to you normally would, the Dryden and what would be Emerald, but you have an extra 3 cards in your hand to go with it. Yeah, so that's that play. F-Zero was not that great in this deck. Don't play it.